talked about it earlier, and I didn't get to say it. It's like we're experiencing this renaissance of like Hitler bros. Sam, you said that before, and it's kind of gross and it's kind
It's
of gay.
crazy to me.
Yeah, and I think that you watch like Europa, and you get this impression of like a Hitler that's just trying to do the right thing for Germany that's being subverted by the Jews, and everything that happened with the Bolshevik Revolution, and there's a shit ton of validity to that. But what I want to say is like nobody focuses on like the end of Hitler and all the weird occult shit and how he's hopped up on meth and he's screaming from the Zeppelin Tribune, and the Zeppelin Tribune is the fairgrounds, and the place that he speaks from is a mock-up of the Temple of Zeus. And the Temple of Zeus it's in the Berlin Museum, and it was found in Turkey, which was ancient Pergamum. And in the Bible, it says that Pergamum was the location of Satan's throne. And on Nephilim Death Squad, we talk about often how you can trace these entities, these pagan entities, these, the Greek pantheon and all these different pantheons. You can trace them throughout different cultures. They're the same characters. They just have different names. They're the fallen. And Zeus in particular, you can trace him back to Baal. You can trace him back to ancient Sumeria and Babylon. And when Hitler wanted the Zeppelin Tribune, the fairgrounds for all the Nazi events to be built, he commissioned a guy, and the guy drew inspiration from the Temple of Zeus that was now in Berlin, in the Berlin Museum. And I just think it's kind of crazy that like this guy, even the eagle is a symbol of Zeus. I know that we adopted it. Seems like a lot of the more dominant societies on the planet throughout history have adopted the eagle of Zeus, which is the eagle of Baal, the eagle of a fallen angel. And the Nazis did the same thing. So you've got this giant eagle behind you. You've got this dude who's on meth, who's standing on the Temple of Zeus. There's even rumors that they were able to get stones from the actual Temple of Zeus to build the Zeppelin Tribune. And he's screaming, hopped up on meth, which if you talk to one of our favorite guests, Dr. Jerry Marzinski, he's a clinical psychologist. He says that methamphetamine is the number one drug that will enable entities to get access to you.
100%, dude.
So
I've been saying that forever. I'm so smart.
I just think it's insane that we're leaving this out of the conversation. Have you noticed that all the occult shit with Hitler is left out of the conversation? But it's just he was a good guy trying to do what was right for Germany, and it's like maybe he started that way.
What? I'm connecting a dot right now because do you remember when Trump was like first elected 2016? They're like, this guy's amazing. He doesn't even sleep. 4 hours a day maybe? He sleeps on his plane. Then he's in 3 cities doing fucking his tour, his show.
I do now a lot of meth.
Like, this is a fleshed out thought of mine. It might not be meth anymore. It might be some kind of upper, but like
Adderall.
Yeah, I don't know. Something. If you're on a brother or a sister drug that's similar to meth, I wouldn't be surprised if you're channeling with entities.
I would imagine they really dialed it in. Like if meth was the shit back in the day, like Adderall is probably way better. They got rid of a lot of side effects.
I'm in recovery, dude, and I see people come in tweaking and they look possessed. You see how people on the streets who have crystal meth problems, they all look possessed. I just 100% believe it's all cult magic, black, low vibrational magic. And like just the final thing on Hitler is just this. What they want you to believe is this, is that Hitler is this anomaly that came out of nowhere, that it came into a country that was completely on lockdown because it had just gotten its dick kicked in by World War I. And the bankers had everything on lockdown. And somehow he was allowed to rise to the top. And like no other place is that ever allowed to happen. Everybody else is controlled. But here's this anomaly that somehow gets there and they allow him to do it. And the whole time, he's taking money from these people he's supposedly he's battling, dude.
Are you talking about Hitler or Trump?
Hitler and Trump. There we go, dude. I mean, 100% Hitler, dude. If we just go with IG Farben, let's just take that fucking one company which is set, which everyone who really knows the topic was a giant part of rebuilding the military-industrial complex of Germany. They had an American board called American IG. Okay, these are facts. We're not going to have anything where you argue about this. These are facts. On that board are the heads of the New York State Federal Reserve, the people he's supposedly fighting. It's like, come on, dude. Come on. And why does he go into Switzerland and take out the one bank that is depleting Germany's money, which is the Bank of International Settlements, which was specifically set up to get reparations from Germany for World War I. And the reason they'll tell you he didn't go in there is because it had mountains. But these are the same guys who are working with UFO. Like, come on, dude. Come on.
They don't talk about that. That's the thing that's really bugging me out lately is like, I get doing a historical dive and you know, learning about Weimar and all these different things, but all of a sudden the buck stops there. It's like, look, we're having the same problems of Weimar Germany, and you know, Weimar conditions require Weimar solutions, and this sentiment is going around rampantly. And you know, all of a sudden the cat's out of the bag. Everybody's a Hitler bro, but nobody's talking about this, so that we clamor for it.
It's that with the backdrop of Mark Gastineau says Hitler got to the Alps, walked right into the mountains, and then he says CERN. It's like that. It's that, but with the backdrop of like, we're channeling entities, we've created a machine in this specific spot that will open up a doorway to whatever to come. That's what this is.
It's the gateway to hell, dude. They think CERN is right on the top of the gateway to hell. That is the whole psyop right there. Is like nobody talks about Switzerland, dude. Like, like
they're neutral.
Yeah, like they just get to say they're neutral. They're just like, yeah, we are neutral, and you're like, okay, so we just accept that. Like, it makes all these psychopath leaders, none of them challenge Switzerland's we're fucking neutral, because that is the head, and then it has other departments, which is the Vatican, the City of London, and DC. That's the big four right there. That's my humble opinion. I get everybody wants to think it's Israel. I totally get that, but I don't. I think Israel is just a smokescreen so you don't focus on Switzerland, the City of London, the Vatican, and the fucking and DC. And that's not good. That's not good. You just don't want to talk about Jews. There's Jews involved. There's Jews involved.
There's blacks involved. Everyone's involved.
But
dude,
no, I mean the Jews
there's
are a big
Muslims
component.
involved. Everybody. It's all involved.